8 in the morning and it's very tiring. But we're ready to go to GMTV.
Because it's so early in the morning, it's still dark outside and the roads are very quiet. It's not often you see a big city like London this empty.
We're now going to GMTV.
Baby, just how you feel.
My Uncle Nick is reading the news on GMTV this morning, so he is reading through his scripts. Other members of the staff are getting ready for the show. These are the cameramen setting up their equipment. There are 6 different cameras on the GMTV studio, all in different positions, depending on what's happening on the show, or which guests are coming in. My Uncle Nick is getting his makeup on now. Even the guys have to wear makeup on the studio, though Nick doesn't really like it. Or so he says. Now Nick is getting into his seat in the studio ready to read the news. He has to be on every hour and every half hour, and his tie must be straight. The technical crew are ready to go, and Andrew and Emma, the presenters of the show, are on the red sofa raring to go. Everyone is just a little bit nervous. But now it's my turn to read the news. Nick's filming this and he's trying to peek at my script. How did you become a weather girl?
It's quite complicated actually. I didn't study meteorology, but I studied science at school and at university, did geophysics, and then I was working for a magazine called New Scientist, and they had an advert in the back for a broadcast meteorologist, the posh word for a weather girl, and my friend Ben held it up and went, "Ooh, you should do that," as a joke, and I kind of thought, I might just. So I applied to the Met Office and the BBC and got a job, worked there for 5 years and then came here. So I did all my training with the Met Office, so I'm a proper meteorologist. So, a bit of a torturous route.
And what does your job involve here?
A lot of early starts, which you'll hear from a lot of people here. On the way in the morning I usually phone up the Met Office and have a little chat with them about what's been happening in the weather and chat about what's been happening in the forecast. And then when I come into work I log on and have a look at what's actually going on with the computer models, and then decide roughly what I might like to say. Usually the best thing to do is have in your head a story of the weather, and also I have to work out how to tell it to people that don't know much. I need to tell them if it's going to be hot, cold, wet or dry basically. So it's a nice simple story, and then go into the studio and decide how to tell the story with the graphics, and then depending how long the director gives me in my ear. So a typical day changes because weather always changes, but usually we've got a broadcast every half hour of telling the British public what the weather's going to be.
Sometimes there are famous people on GMTV. This morning it's Rupert Grint who plays Ron Weasley in the Harry Potter films, and I just couldn't resist. So that's my work experience. It was an amazing week, meeting famous people, experiencing like the life of a presenter. Must be very hard work, especially when you get up like 5 in the morning, even earlier sometimes. So it was really good and I really enjoyed it.